Hi everybody, it's Sunan Shar coming to you with another reading. I'm in my backyard, so you can probably hear the wind going and the little cover that I have that goes over my fire pit, so I apologize if that's distracting to you. I'm a little bit irritated, so I'll just let you know that right off the bat, and I don't know if I'm even going to put this reading out. It's one of them situations where I came to do a reading prepared, I shuffled, got my energy straight, meditated, worked on things, and then a situation happened. So I'm a little bit irritated, but it also changed the topic quite possibly of the reading. So maybe I was going in one direction and Spirit wanted me to go into another direction. So we'll see if my energy comes back around and what that looks like, and if it's going to be a viable reading for the collective. So just so you know, the first reading was going to be about the feelings around why the collective is having or the collective energy of the chaser feeling like the runner was actually the divine and they were the karmic. Some of what I was getting from that energy, even though I didn't pull cards on it, was that that's not the chaser's actual energy, but the runner's energy trying to make the karmic fit into your space, into the divine space, and trying to create, trying to manifest that, which is creating confusion amongst the energy because the divine is picking up on that. Also, the current, or the current, or the energy of the karmic has no interest at all fitting into the role of divine. Like it takes no interest in that, and so that's also a little bit confusing because the runner really resonates with that part of their life at this point as well. So that's what that was about. Then, as my energy shifted, it was more around what the chaser, or the Divine Feminine, to be more accurate, what their energies are around masculine energy in general, whether it be a relationship, a parent, brother, cousin, whatever. Just in general, what is their belief system or their energy around that, and how does that energy affect what's going on right now with the runner chaser situation of the collective. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and shuffle these cards up and then lay them out, and I'm sure that the universe will let us know exactly what it is that they want us to know, and it might be something completely different than just the two scenarios that I explained. So I also wanted to let you know that my readings are timeless. I don't believe, oh look at that already, I don't believe that and this one just wants to stay out too. I don't believe that this might not resonate with everybody. I think this is going to resonate with 100% of the people who make it through this video, resonating with it. Like, you'll be drawn to this if this is where you're supposed to be at. And I will name it after we read it. So, what is it that the universe would like the collective to know? Let's see. What is it? We're looking for the all-around foundation of this reading, please. Some past energies, some current energies, some coming into energies. I need about 8 cards altogether. That'd be great. 7 cards would be good, please. Ooh. So far, it's looking like it's going to be a pretty good reading. Take the flipper. Oh, it's so beautiful out today. I mean, look at that. We'll take those ones right there. So I got a lot of freaking, oh look at this, just perfect. We have a lot of major arcanas going on here. So just in the naming of time, I'm going to go ahead and just go through each card as I go. I'm not going to name them all out at this point. So, I mean individually, I'll do it as I read them. So what is the current energy, or the all-around energy going on with the collective right now? Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Here, let me see if I can fix that real quick. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to fix that, so hopefully I don't get any more calls or just disruptions. I can't take it anymore anyways. So the current energy right now that we have is the Four of Swords in reverse. And this right here is a lot of contemplating. There seems to be a lot of going inward on both sides, whether you're the runner or the chaser, the Divine Masculine or the Divine Feminine. A lot of going inwards and wondering about what the destruction actually looks like. I don't see the wind's going to pop up, so I don't know if this will blow away like this or not. I was hoping to like make it to where you can at least look at it while I'm doing it. So let's see if that'll work. There we go. And so it doesn't matter what side of the fence you're sitting on, going inward and wondering about where this relationship is going. So if it was in the reverse, it would be this one right here, and he looks worn out, tired, and looking at all the destruction. And so I'm thinking that since it's facing this way, and that's a lot of the contemplation is on the inside, how much destruction was done, but not so much destruction on the outside, like in the 3D world, like with the houses and friends and family and stuff like that. That stuff doesn't even matter anymore on either side. The destruction is how much damage has my actions done to this union that is now affecting me. So it's not even asking about like how it's affecting my divine counterpart, but it's really about how is this affecting me. What am I doing to continue to damage myself? Because of course we know that the whole reason for the union is to be able to healing past hurts. So are we intentionally starting new hurts for no reason, out of fear, basically? So that is what the general energy is that I'm picking up right now. So what's crossing the collective right now with these energies? Like, what is the main stepping stone or roadblock? And to me, I got both. This is a stepping stone and a roadblock. So with this here, we have the Five of Cups, and it is in the reverse facing. Wow, that was a lot of wind right there. It is in the reverse facing position. And what the energy that I'm picking up from that is that there is a lot of, there was a lot of fear. There was a lot of fear around the changes that were happening and the energies with this union, how deeply everybody in the collectives can feel this. Like all of the divine masculines that are involved in this reading are all awakened. They all know the language. They all know that they're twin flames. They're all awakened. They all know what karmics are. They know all of that. And so there was a lot of fear around that and wanting to know if this is real. There also seems to be outside influences that are coming with this, and I guess we'll see that here coming up further in the reading. But there was a lot of outside influences, so that when things started changing in the union at home, there was also things changing on the outside, and the outside was very anchored in the 3D, and this was all before Saturn had went direct. So they were getting mixed messages, and unfortunately what was happening was with these mixed messages, they tend to resonate towards the 3D over the 5D and what would seem intangible, untouchable, not real. And so they started creating circumstances that would tear that part down, because it just, on a soul level, wasn't making sense to them. But at the same time, no, I would say that on a soul level it made sense to them, but like on the very deepest parts of their ego, it didn't make sense to them. That's what that means. So that is what was crossing it. But you see there, there's that rose behind him. So if it was this way, he'd be like looking at all of the negative, looking at all of the crying over spilled milk, and not really looking at there's anything behind. By this time, he already knows that there was a real connection here, and that there's still growth there. So rather than walking away from love, I'm saying this is a stepping stone, that, and being as awoken as they are, that they are actually going to go back through the dark to go see if they can't find the other two, the rest of the cups, that there's more out there. So they're going back. They're going to go back through the dark to get this done. What is the foundation of this? Why would the Divine Masculine go back through the dark to go looking for stuff, right? And that's where we got the Ace of Cups. So we know that the aces are, oh boy, it is really windy out here, but it's so pretty. I don't want to go in. And there goes some cards. Holy cow. Let me see if I can't find something to anchor some of this down real quick, because I really, really, really don't want to go in. And then I'll get back to this. So hold on just a second. Let's see. I have to remember how everything was laid out. I think that we were, this card was here, right? This one was what was above us. That was the AM. There we go. I got it all to where it's supposed to be at. So let me see if I can't find something to anchor some of this stuff down. Okay, so hopefully we won't lose any cards, and we'll be able to continue doing this, because it is a beautiful day and I really don't want to go inside. So we were talking about it being the Ace of Cups. This is what the foundation is. And the we know that cups are, that's the love. That's the energy of ultimate love. And so it's actually, foundation is actually where the reasoning for this reading is in the first place, which is kind of interesting to me, like right now, because as I explained earlier when we started the video, that I had one way of looking at what this reading was going to be about, and then a second way came up, and it's kind of like both merging together. And I feel really grateful that my my energy actually started to flow right with it. So that's great and amazing. So let's see here. So we know that the foundation now of this reading is about the Divine Masculine going back and finding that ultimate love. I believe that he's starting to realize, and when I say he and she, we already know that, it's wherever you fit at. I'm just going with the language that I know so that I can just get it out. So I believe that the masculine is starting to understand that as a foundation, this divine union brings everything else. So if you're doing great at work and you're having like you're getting all your money and everything's, your finances are going straight, and all your friendships, like all the other parts of your life that was going well, when they decided to make this decision, well, I guess it would be this decision, thinking that, what, I don't need this crap, from the Divine Feminine, this isn't real, and everything, look at how well the rest of my life is going, so I'm going to leave that situation behind because I believe that it's hindering me. When they made that decision, I don't think that they clearly understood how the inner workings of it all went, like how there's this cog over here turned this cog over here, and so when they got rid of, like, the main reason on, like, why they are here on Gaia at this time, when they got rid of that main part after the universe had struggled to put that person into union, everything else started falling apart. I don't know where that's coming from, because I have no idea where that just all came out of, but I guess I'm starting to get the feeling also around this foundation is that in order to fix the rest of your life, for the Divine Masculine to fix what's going on with him, he needs to come back around. He needs to walk right back through that dark night of the soul that he just walked through, walk all the way back around, and put it back together. And the universe, no matter what happens, is going to put that in front of him until it happens. So the timing on this could be any time. It could be like, oh, I just totally downloaded this information, I'm going to put action into it right away, and then I'm out. And I'm gonna go to fix this situation. Or it could take time, where it's like, I don't understand that, I don't believe it, I don't understand it. They start to go in to make this connection. Things start to go further with this. Then that same fear comes back up, and then it'll start all over again. So unfortunately for the Divine Feminine, you're going to kind of be on this loop until the Divine Masculine comes together. With that being said, your energy is obviously on that loop as well. Otherwise, you wouldn't be in that situation. What you can be doing in the meantime is you could be really working on your personal parts, sticking with the goals that you have, making sure that your finances are okay, making sure that your family's okay, making sure that everything's okay, and really start working on your manifestation. That's the other part. sorry about that once again. Really starting to work on the manifestation part of this, because that's what you've been learning for like over a year now at least. So start working on that and allowing him to get through his karmic situation and what that's all about. So that is the foundation of this reading. So past energies, which I just basically explained in the foundation, is we have the Emperor. And with the Emperor, that's really, you know, that's the Divine Masculine at his best. He is able to spiritually, financially, emotionally, relationship-wise, he's able to hold and balance everything. And that's past energies. Because remember, when he was doing that, the fear came in, he didn't know where to direct that fear, and it got directed at the Divine Feminine. But being directed at the Divine Feminine was really about, that too was orchestrated to get rid of the karmic situations that had been coming into play. Even though this reading is timeless, at our time, when this was happening, Saturn was going back direct. But this is a timeless reading, so whatever energies happen to be going on at the time, it's happening the way it's supposed to happen. So that was past energies. The current energies right now and coming into play between this couple and the union is we have the Judgment card, standing before the universe in judgment. You know, your spirit guides, the whole team, the universe, you and your higher self, your Divine Masculine and his side, there's a lot of orchestrating that has gone on for you guys to meet at this time, for you guys to learn lessons at this time, and there's been also a lot of struggle to get into what that means, and a lot of delays are happening. And so I think that even if you go back to some of my past readings, you'll see in that sense in our time, that when Saturn went direct, that's when the universe was like, look, I'm going to have to step in and take care of this because obviously you're unable to do it by yourself. And so that is the current energies right now. You will both keep being directed back onto the path no matter how you stray. So if you want to try to cut the connection off, go ahead and try to do that. You'll get directed back. And this will go on until the both of you can make it into alignment. So it'll be as long or as hard as you want it to be, but it will eventually, at the end of the day, this is already fated. There's nothing that you can do about it except for trying to delay it. So that's where that situation is at. Excuse me. So what is coming into the future of the next, like the coming into energy? And here we have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups really talks about, really feels like past energy, remembering. And I'm getting energies around this card that I've never really gotten before. So we're just going to take a look at that. I'm just going to go with it. Even though it talks about past memories and energy, see how she's sitting in the water right there? I really believe that the Divine Masculine is starting to see that he let his relationship and his Divine Feminine kind of sit in the water, kind of drowned. And he's coming back to get her. And see how she's like waving up at him? She's like, wow, I'm ready to allow you to take front and center and do this. So he's getting the reunion that he didn't expect. She's not drowning, she's not mad, she's not anything. She's just kind of waiting, going, what the fuck? Like, I thought that this was how it was all supposed to be, and really it is how it's supposed to be. So she's ready to come out. See all those cups down there? Full on, every single one of them is blooming. If he can get through this, then, you know, this will happen quickly. And then for whatever reason, I got directed to the back of the card. So there it is. And you see a guy sitting up there and he's looking at all of his flowers out there, but he's out there by himself. That is another option that could happen, is that all he can do is sit there and reminisce on like what and how those flowers got there. And that's you know, in the cover of darkness, and that's staying in his same energy. So that just says that he's going to take a little bit more time to figure out what's really going on. And that those flowers are still blooming. They're still there because, like, you know, this is being brave, though. This is saying, okay, you know what? I'm really going to look at what it is that I'm doing. I'm really going to recognize what the universe is telling me. I'm going to look at the synchronicities that have been happening. I'm going to go for it. This is fear. I'm going to wait it out and I'm going to look. But he's looking at that longingly, like, wow, I really want to go and smell those flowers. So that's kind of what's going on there. What is the positive energy going on around this? And here we have the Death card in reverse, and with positive and great and amazing about that is that we've already killed the relationship. We've already killed the behaviors, the energy, the all of the dysfunction that was making, let me see, how am I going to put this? We were kind of gaslighting ourselves, or bringing in the energy of gaslighting, and all that's done. It was dysfunction. It was trying to tear things apart. Other energies were trying to come into play, and that's no longer done. I mean, that's no longer there. Now we have a new dawn and a new day. And so, the beginning of something new. You see the two men sitting there? One's wearing red, one's being blue. That's like total mirroring. That's like the polar opposite of each, being able to come together. And in coming together for the collective, they're able to bring in fresh new energy. So they both are backing down at the same time. And that right there is in the positive. Now remember though, they have the option to drag this out for as long. And I suppose that the Divine Feminine does too, or the runner in the situation, but I just haven't been really getting that. But it's not to say that it can't be vice versa, because it really can. Name of the card's vice versa, so yeah, it really can. So let's see, what do we have over here? We have, what are the surrounding energies for outside influences? And we have the Knight of Cups. So Knights are going forward. It's action. It's he's going to come and he's going to offer his cup of love to you. That's going to happen, and you'll be ready, because if it happens today, and he got on board with it right away, you'll be ready. If it takes 6 months, you'll be ready. You might be in another situation by then, or he might be trying to leave another situation, but all in all, you guys will be ready. So if it was the Knight of Pentacles, that'd be like going really slow, coming towards you. If it was the Knight of Wands, it'd be like fast communication. If it was going to be the Knight of Swords, that'd be like coming in, like tearing shit up. But this is the Knight of Cups. This means that both parties, both you and him, or you and her, have thought about what it is that you both want and need on your own. So this is long and steady. There's nothing fast about this, because you guys have already done that. There's nothing slow about this, because you've already done that. Communication, it's already clear that that's what's necessary. So this is going to come with the most authentic emotional speed that there is, whatever that looks like for you. What is the negative part around this? The negative part around this is we got the Six of Swords in reverse. And you see the man in the boat taken off under the cover of dark. The negative is, the feeling that I'm getting around this is that the negatives in this is that the Divine Masculine, when he ran, he did do this undercover. And he did go off with somebody else. So there is somebody else's emotional being that he has to think of when ending that situation. And if he just went and ghosted that person, took off to go back to the Divine Feminine, then he would be having and displaying that same behavior that he always has. So though on the surface it would seem to make you happy, like, haha, I won, you know, he came back, that's not what it's about. He needs to have the time to leave this situation without all the past behaviors. So even if that means having that real talk. The beauty in this that I'm getting is that she already knows that this is coming. And see, she has her cup right there. She has somebody else that she's offering her cup of love to anyways, and she has some stuff that she needs to go and fix, because in the moment of the whirlwind passion, the slick talk of the Divine Masculine when he showed up, you know, she got, even though she had promised herself that she would never get caught up in those games again, she did. And she actually acted on it, just like you used to. And now she has something that she needs to kind of pick up there and fix. And so the reality of that situation there is that this might take a little bit of time. And I'm getting mid-October to mid-November when you start seeing physical manifestations of this. So I guess the feeling that I'm getting, like I'm really getting a lot of the Divine Masculine energy right now, and I'm coming up to the last card. So I'm going to use that as the energy that I'm getting, because it's all in my solar plex. So we might have to pull another card for the actual ending of this reading. But we have here the Five of Swords. What is that energy that I'm feeling? I'm feeling that victory, that like yeah, I won. I finally got rid of the divine feminine. I finally got rid of those feelings like I'm doing what I'm doing and defeat, but it just doesn't feel good. So there's anger, because being vulnerable or open to not feeling good at the behaviors that you displayed automatically brings a defense mechanism up, which is anger. And so pretty much for the next 24 hours to 48 hours, there's going to be a lot of conflict going on with the Divine Masculine that you might feel. And he's going to want to try to direct it towards you, but he really can't. Even if there are things that come up in the relationship with him and the Karmic that does directly have to do with you, he knows that it really doesn't, this wouldn't have happened if he wouldn't have. And so to really be able to like take that step forward, look at his own behaviors, see where this is going. I mean, that's some scary stuff. Boy, my stomach just got like really like, that solar plexus is just like, it's almost feeling sick to my stomach, but trying to mask it with like, no, just like this anger came in, tinged with sexual energy, like passion around it. So almost transmuting intense sexual energy into anger in order to try to force a manifestation that's not going the way it's supposed to. So I don't know what that's about. That might mean something for somebody, not sure. So since I had to use that last card, no, okay, they're telling me not to change that up, to go ahead and go straight into for the last words, the clarification of the reading. So the clarification of this reading, oh boy, that'll be the one. Oh, how funny is that? I have other stuff going on in my life, and so there's significant meanings going on with this. So what we have here is we have Aquarius. So whoever you're dealing with, sun, rising or moon, has a lot of Aquarius energy in there. Sexual, creativity, the sacral. Isn't that funny? Sacral, because I was saying that. Sacral, my feelings, it was all around sexual. I was just really feeling that. Well, no, I was saying the solar plex, but, or did I say sacral or solar plex? Either way, I think I was saying solar plex, but sacral is where this is coming from, the sexual tension. Withholding, what does it say? Withholding intimacy. So it looks to me like that's the energy right now that your divine runner is going to be in. Purple is the color for amethyst, and these are cards, and see it has burnt right there. That's what I was talking about earlier, like how funny is that? So that's not something that I did. It was not an accident. Somebody purposely tried to ruin my cards, and because this is a set of cards that me and my Divine Masculine had been starting to make together, and I was contemplating on whether or not I was going to change the name of them and kind of change a few things. So that's significant to me. So the name of these cards, and we're not done with them yet. I haven't even not even put them out at all. Let me grab that real quick. So we haven't even started with it yet, but the ideal of it was going to be BB and Tiny's Alchemy, Element Bender, Energy Bender, Alchemy. So that was going to be the name of the cards. I was thinking about changing it to Real or Not Real Tarot. So, and Real or Not Real is basically take it or leave it, believe it or not. And if you've gotten this far, then you'll know what's going on with that. So I really look forward to getting those cards put out. I hope that my collective and my followers are also going to give me that energy. Looking forward to get these cards getting put out. I'm really excited about the energies that are coming forward. I can even feel in my own space how things are starting to mellow out and really starting to balance out. So hopefully that's what's going to happen with everybody. May unconditional love and ascension be with you. Peace.